everybody. Wow, this is it's amazing to hear the intro for the first time and really speak the first words of this podcast. Um, I'm really excited to finally start, and I know it's yet another basketball coaching podcast. I mean, there's none out there already, but yeah, I feel like this is the right way. This is the perfect time to start this for me, um, because I want to do it a little bit differently than other podcasts out there. Obviously, I'm not a coach that has 30-year experience. I'm not a coach that coached in the NBA or like in the NCAA or whatever and won championships and all that. I'm just an under 16 regular coach from the south of Germany, and I'm ready to learn as much as I can, but also to share because I feel like that's what we have to do. um, we can all learn from each other, and we should always share about our experiences. And the great thing that I feel like is everybody has something to share. You know, obviously, people who coached 40 years in the NBA, they have a lot of experience. They have a lot of things to share, a lot of knowledge of the game. But also, I feel like a person like me that doesn't have a lot of experience, but I also have things to share because this is what is great about coaching and also basketball coaching, particularly, is that it's obviously the sport, but it's also about relationships. It's about people. It's about how can you form a team. This is what really gets me. This is why I love it. I love coaching. Um, and this is why I want to set up this podcast because I feel like everybody has something to share. Um, I want to make this podcast a little bit different than from other basketball coaching podcasts. This podcast should be about relatability. I want to invite people that maybe don't have like the biggest achievements, but that are passionate about it, passionate about basketball coaching. Um, this is the most important thing to me. So if you feel like you want to be a coach or you are a coach already, no matter what level, you can reach out to me, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe we will have you on the podcast at some point. Um, so this is the first step, the first part of what I want to do, and the other thing is that I want to make it fun. Um, I feel like it's a lot about knowledge and a lot about passing along this knowledge, but I also want to make it fun. I want to make it a little bit of entertainment as well. Um, Maybe some games here and there. I have some ideas already, but if you have ideas, please let me know, share. Other than that, I think with more episodes, with more ideas, I think there could be a great opportunity to also get this fun part rolling a lot and make it maybe a competition as well. So this is what I want to do, and I want to give a platform and a chance for really everybody to share. This is like the biggest thing I would say, and for me as well. Like I'm not really experienced. I have um, 2.5 years coaching experience with under 16 boys, and I learned a lot already, and it gives me a lot. I just love, within the games. I love the team spirit. I love when things go really well, when people are in flow state, you can really feel it. But also when things are rough, I feel like this is the most important time, um, because everybody can be happy and can play well when things are going well. But great teams, um, great personalities, I feel like. Uh, they really show when things don't go well. And this is the moment when you really show your character and how do you handle adversity. So these are things that I feel like are so fascinating, and that's what I really love to really see the progression, starting with a team. And it doesn't matter what level, it doesn't matter how many players there are and what types of personalities, it doesn't really matter because what really matters is the progression. What is maybe after 1 year, if you look back, how people have grown. And that's why I also say, obviously you can have as much knowledge of the game as you can have, um, but maybe you don't have as much knowledge of how to talk to a person, how to relate to someone, how to not only teach X's and O's, but also teach um, confidence, teach maturity, teach how to, how to show yourself on the court. These kind of things, and this is what I feel like is something that is really underrated. So for me, for example, I go if I get a new team. I actually recently joined a new team, and the first thing I really do is not about showing what are the plays. Okay, shoot 100 free throws. Obviously, we do those things, but it's more about, hey, whatever happens, I want you to see with your chest out. I want to see this confidence in whatever you do. If you miss a shot, that's fine. If you make a mistake, everybody does. But I want to do like I want to see the confidence in you. I want to see the purpose in all the things that you do. So for me, the first step is really instill confidence, instill belief. I feel like this is like a thing that I am naturally really good at, and that's why I feel like it gives me so much being a coach. Um, on the other side, I want to learn more. I want to learn. I want to connect with other coaches. I want to share knowledge with other coaches, maybe you who are listening right now. Um, so this is why I'm doing this, and that's why I'm so excited for that because it's not like I'm here to tell you about all these things. I'm just like you. Um, Maybe you know more than me, you know, but I'm here to learn, and I'm here to interact with other coaches, to build a community, to yeah, just go on this journey because I feel like this is something I'm naturally good at, and it's my biggest passion. And I always say, if you have a real passion, this is not something that everybody. I think everybody has a passion, but you have to find it first. And I'm lucky that I found it, and now I want to, get as good as I can with this. So this is why I'm doing this, and this is why I'm sitting here in my room and starting the first session basically. Um, so yeah, I just said again, I want to do it a little bit differently. I want to make it a fun podcast. I also want, no matter what level you're at, even if you are not a coach yet, but you want to be a coach, reach out to me and maybe we'll find a spot for you and we can, have a chat and have you as a guest because I'm not, obviously, it's great to have big achieved coaches here and I would love to have them on the podcast at some point for sure. But I'm also interested in people. And so the achievements are not um, the first criteria for me. For me, the first criteria is the passion. That's the most important to me. So yeah, don't hold back reaching out. I'm reading every message, and I feel like you can learn from anyone, on any level, because this is the beautiful thing about coaching. Not necessarily only basketball coaching, but coaching in general. It's not about right or wrong. You can be a coach that is very distant to people. You can be someone who's really close to their players. And every way has their benefits, but also obviously the negative sides of it. Um, I feel like this is why it's so beautiful because there's no right or wrong way. There's not just one way, there's many ways to get it done. Um, for me, for example, I'm a very uh, I want to get close with my players. I like when I can joke with them. Um, Obviously, in the past, there has been some, situations where when it was important, I might have, I wanted to say something and some people just joke around because they feel like they can. On the other side, if I would be more of a disciplinary coach and more of a how do you say, bit more distant, then they would maybe respect me in that regard a little bit more. But what I feel like, and I feel like this really works well for me, is that if you get close to them and if they have a relationship with you and if they feel like you care about them even if sometimes I have to scream or sometimes I have to make a decision and punish them for something they do. Um, they know in the end that I do it uh, for them, just that I just handle the things in a way that benefits the team and everybody else and themselves as well. So I feel like over time, when I went this way and I was this coach or this type of coach, after some time, um, they want to be good. They want to listen. They don't want to disappoint you. And this is a similar thing with like teachers, for example, right? Um, for me, I had the best grades with the teachers that I liked the most because I wanted to do well in their class. Um, obviously, it's just me, and that's why I feel this way. I mean, there's maybe you have a different opinion, right? Or maybe you have a different style, and that also works. That's what I'm saying. There's no right or wrong. There's just like different styles, and if you find your style and you're comfortable with your style, you can work with that, and yeah, you have an opportunity to expand on that. And yeah, for me, it really works well. And I feel like, I'm with this new team right now, and it's been like 2 or 3 weeks. So I don't know them too well yet. Actually, I have my first game with them tomorrow, so that's going to be interesting. But I feel like I already reached them. So I always get better the more I do it. And yeah, that's why I love it. So I'm really excited for tomorrow. And what I also really love about basketball and about team sports in general, um, it's just, uh, when you see a team that beats another team that is, let's say the other team has so much, like they're individually so much better, but they still get beaten. This is something where I feel like, wow, this is like, you can do anything, you can achieve everything. And if you have this belief, um, it gets you to a place where you achieve even more, and then you get more belief. So it's kind of like um, it's like a circle. The same thing I think happens if you feel like you cannot beat the other team. If you say you cannot beat the other team, everybody says that, then I don't believe you can win this game. I believe if you say we can beat this team, everybody says it on a team. It doesn't mean that you're gonna win, but it gives you a chance, and that's sometimes all you need in sports, right? For me, I'm German, for example, and if you followed the FIBA World Cup this summer, wow, it's so cool for me to see. I mean, obviously we won the World Cup. Germany won the World Cup, which is insane if you think about it, because um, obviously in soccer and some other sports we're really good, but in basketball, no, we have not been good. We had like Dirk Nowitzki, obviously the greatest German of all time in basketball. But other than that, we had some good players here and there, but nah, we are not a basketball country. I mean, the games weren't even televised until last year, I think, you know. So no one really cared. But now we had this team, and you can really feel that they're a true team. Everybody was sacrificing for the other, and they really wanted this. And they beat uh, they beat Serbia, who are a great nation, in the finals. They beat the United States, which was incredible. It's just incredible. They beat Slovenia with Luka Doncic. They beat so many great players and teams, and it just shows that anything's possible. Now we're coming to the first segment of fun facts about basketball. And yeah, the fun fact of this episode is that basketballs were colored brown first. Did you know that? So they were first brown, and then it was even more difficult for both players and fans to see. So they increased the ball visibility by turning them orange. And the idea came from coach Tony Hinkle of Butler University camp in 1957. So this is the fact. Maybe you have a great idea similar to Coach Tony Hinkle's idea. So let me know your ideas and send in your fun facts for future episodes. So I don't want to, take too long for the first episode. Just a little bit of an introduction. So yeah, you can connect with me with the email shown below, swish.academy15@gmail.com, or on Instagram. I will leave the links below. It would be great if you can follow. Um, and yeah, obviously, give me a review. Reach out to me if you're a coach. Let me know if you're interested in coming on the podcast and just have a chat. And yeah, I was thinking, okay, right now, obviously, I'm alone and I also wanted to gamify it a little bit. So, what I'm going to do is I found this quiz online. It says, are you smarter than an NBA coach? Test your hoops IQ with the Crunch Time Coaching Quiz. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to read the questions and then what I'm going to pick. And then in the end, we'll see if I'm already smarter than an NBA coach. But if I'm not, it's all right. It's all good because we're gonna get there, right? This is just the first episode. Maybe around episode 1000, maybe we're smarter then. But yeah, let's see. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, as I said before, this is a journey. I'm learning, and I want to share as much as I can. So uh, let's see how I'm gonna do with this quiz here. All right, let's see. We got the first question, which is you have 3 timeouts remaining with 3 minutes left in the game. The other team has just scored. Your star player is motioning that he barely needs a breather. Are you, as you prepare to inbound, you? Okay, with 3 minutes left, star player needs a breather. The other team scored. What are we gonna do? I mean, you can also guess and see if you got it right. First one, get a sub in without burning a timeout. Okay. Second one, call a timeout immediately while there's still over 3 minutes left in the game. Okay. Don't burn a timeout. You need to save all three to allow offense, defense, subs late. And the last one is wait until your team crosses half court, then call a timeout so that you can inbound from half court where your plays work better. All right. Well, I have 3 timeouts with 3 minutes left. Star player needs a breather. Uh, Obviously, I need to know the score, so I don't know yet. But I would say I call a timeout immediately because we still have 3 minutes left, and I've got 3 timeouts. It's fine. We can just inbound the ball. We have a little bit more time, so I'll take this. Let's see what it says. Correct. Okay, correct. Well, the quiz says correct. I guess in this instance, there is no correct way, as I was saying before, right? So it's just someone who says it's correct. Second one, your team is down by one with 8 seconds to go and one timeout remaining. Down by one, 8 seconds to go, one timeout remaining. Your opponent has airballed a wild layup and your point guard has just grabbed the rebound. 8 seconds. One timeout remaining. Down by one. Call timeout to advance the ball and set up a game winner. Call timeout to sub in your best shooters. Let the offense see if it can get something easy. If nothing's there after a few seconds, then you can always call timeout. Save the timeout, tell your guard to slow down, and yell out your best play from the sideline. Well, if I see that my best player or my point guard grabbed the rebound after a wild layup, I'm gonna let him go. It's just it can be one layup to win the game, 8 seconds. We can easily run down the court. We can start a fast break and we can still call timeout if there's nothing left. And we still got maybe 3 or 4 seconds left. So I would say let the offense see if they can get something easy. If nothing's there after a few seconds, then you can always call timeout. Let's see if I got it right. It's correct. All right. Or I wouldn't say right, but for the quiz, right. All right. Third one. So for all people who are saying, "Oh, you took the quiz already before," no, I haven't. I swear. Um, So the next question is you're down by four with 15 seconds to go and the ball. Okay, down four. Okay, 15 seconds and the ball. You have a quick two play that works about 50% of the time, and you have a 3-point play that works 35% of the time. Okay, that's a good question. Down four, 15 seconds, can do a two play that works 50% of the time. I think I would go for the two, um, because 15 seconds is a lot, so you can still inbound and maybe they miss a free throw or something. So the options are call a quick two play, you will have to foul anyway, and if you miss the three, then the game is over. Yeah. Call the three play, you need to make up points as quickly as possible. Call the quick two play, you still have a timeout to extend the game if it doesn't work. Call the three play and wind down the clock. You don't want to give the other team an opportunity to set up a good play after the shot. Okay, well, I'm going to call it two. Now the question is, um, call the quick two play. You still have a timeout to extend the game if it doesn't work. Yeah, I think I'm going with the first one. Call the quick two play. You will have to foul anyway, and you miss the three. The game is over. Let's see. Oh, okay, there you go. It's wrong. The right one was call the three play. You need to make up points as quickly as possible. Well, there you go. An NBA coach, maybe one NBA coach would call the three play, but it's just a quiz. So, yeah. All right, next one. Tied game, zero point 0.2 seconds left. You have the ball and you've called a timeout. What play are you drawing up? Well, it has to be a very quick catch and shoot or an alley-oop or something. Just turn it over or commit any sort of foul. Not enough time to legally get a shot off. We can only lose on free throws to the other team. Huh? Nah. Second one, try to shoot it into the basket from the inbound and have our big man tip it in when the ball is above the cylinder. Well, yeah, zero point 0.2 is enough time to get our fastest shooter a normal catch and shoot free throw line jumper. Run our best play to set that up. Try to punch the ball in the air towards the basket. I would say I would throw it towards the basket and hopefully someone tips it in. So I'm gonna with the second option. Big man tip it in. Let's try that. That's correct. Yay. Woohoo. All right. I'm doing all right. Maybe after episode 500, I'm gonna take the quiz again, and maybe I'm gonna get 100% then. All right, tie game, 20 seconds left. Your opponent has one timeout. You have the ball, and you've called your last timeout. What do you tell your team? We got the ball, tie game, 20 seconds left. We're gonna milk that clock. Wind the clock down and make absolutely sure the ball is in the air when the time is at zero so that our opponent doesn't have a chance to score. Get a shot up with a few seconds left that we have a chance to get an offensive rebound and put back of a miss. Get the shot up early. If we miss, we can intentionally foul and still get the ball back for a last shot. Find the best shot you can and don't worry about the clock. The most important thing is that we get a make and take the lead. I would say this is very important, but I would wait a little bit, maybe wait for 10 seconds and then find a good shot. Um, but I would say find the best shot. Yeah, tied game. Well, they say it's wrong. They say we should wind the clock down and make absolutely sure there's zero time left. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it always depends on the situation because obviously, what if I feel like we have a play or we have a player that I feel very confident in scoring. So I'm saying, hey, take the ball, wait for 10 seconds, do your thing. We might get an offensive rebound or something, but yeah, I don't know. I also trust my defense to make a play when it's like 2 or 3 seconds left. I mean, still enough time to get a shot up, but if they make it, I mean, fair play to them. Okay, how many more are there? I think two more. So don't worry, we're we're through almost. Okay, this one is a little bit of a long one. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Your team's head coach, Tim Poylan. Who is Tim Poylan? Maybe I should get him in a podcast. So Tim Poylan, if you're listening to that, I would love to have you on. Um, he used up all 4 minutes left in fourth. Tim Poylan used up all of your timeouts 3 minutes ago and was ejected for challenging the referee to a push-up contest. What the fuck? What is this? I'm sorry for the swearing. You, the assistant coach, have taken over. The referees called your star player out of bounds, saving the ball, but you look up at the jumbotron and see that he was clearly in bounds. Well, he was in bounds, so but we got okay. So first one, get a challenge to try and get the ball reversed. That would be first instinct, obviously. Install a punch clock because why not? Okay. Save your challenge for the last 2 minutes. Okay. Don't call it challenge. Um, well, what is the situation? 4 minutes left in fourth quarter, but we used all our timeouts already, so we cannot even challenge because I feel like I think it is like that, right? If you have no timeouts left, you cannot take the challenge because if you lose the challenge, then you lose a timeout, so you cannot. So in this case, I have to, I want to challenge, but I can't. That's what I feel like. So I'm saying, don't call the challenge. And it's right. There you go. And now I see Phil Jackson smiling. So if you don't know, he was the head coach of the Bulls when they were really successful with Michael Jordan, and also with Kobe and Shaq, the Lakers. All right, last question, and then we did it. 3 minutes left in the game. You have one timeout remaining. Your opponent has clearly double dribbled before laying it in. Hmm. Call a challenge. Every point is crucial down the stretch, especially if you have a high chance for returning a play. Don't call a challenge. You need to save it for the last 2 minutes of the game. Don't call a challenge. The play is not reviewable. Don't call a challenge. Challenges are automatic in the last 3 minutes. Yeah, it's for me. It's clear. Challenges. The play is not reviewable for the double dribble. I think you can only review it when I think when there was a whistle blown. I'm not sure. If you know it, let me know. But yeah, I feel like don't call challenge the play is not reviewable is the right one. So submit it, and it's correct as well. Yoo-hoo, great. So let's see. What is my what is my result here? So my result, my crunch time IQ, it says, is 100. You are average. All right, there you go. There you have it. I'm average. Well, I'm not below average at least. I feel like I got most right actually. Correct? Correct? Okay, this one was wrong. This one's correct. This one's wrong. Correct. Correct. Okay, I got two wrong. Well, wrong in their eyes, obviously. Um, so yeah, my crunch time IQ is 100, which is average. You can try it as well. I mean, now that you listen to it, you already know the answers. Maybe you find some other nice quizzes or something. You can send them to me, of course. I'd love to have them. But yeah, my IQ is average, 100 and average. So the goal is, if you have the same IQ as me, the goal is we go on this journey, move along, journey to excellence, and we find coaches that can teach us to raise this IQ, you know? So as I said, after episode 15,000, if we get to 15,000, it would be amazing. I don't know if there's a podcast that had 15,000 episodes. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. But if we get there, I hope that the IQ is above 100, above average. That would be great. Let's see about that. Thanks all for listening. Uh, I'm very excited to have this first episode. So as I said before, it would be great if you can follow, if you want to come along on this journey. Let's see where it gets us. If you want to be part of the show, then send me a message. Obviously, I would love a review. So maybe that will increase your chances. If you leave a review, take a screenshot and send it to me. and tell me why you want to be on the show. Like this is for me really important. Don't just tell me, hey, I'm also a coach, I want to be on the show. Tell me I'm a coach or I want to be a coach, even if you're not, even if you feel like you are not yet, but you want to be one, you know, maybe we can talk about that. Maybe I'll give you some, courage to take that step. We'll see. But for me, it's always important if you want to be on the show, tell me why, tell me why. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, and other than that, follow me and connect with me. I'm gonna read everything. And if you have any, maybe you know someone, then refer them to me. And I'm talking way too long, way too long. I hope I got everything across. This is the first episode, so don't judge me too much. But yeah, I want to make it fun in the future with games, and also want to do polls where the community can do polls and tell me what they want to hear and who they want to hear. Um, Maybe we can also do that would be also really fun. You know, let's say we have three of you and three of you all want to be on the show, and you all submit maybe a short video why you want to be on the show or something, and then we can take a poll and the community decides who they want to hear from. That would be fun as well, I think. There's a lot of ideas that I have, but we're gonna get started with this. Um, you can also send me voice messages in. I'm not sure how how it's done yet, but I'll figure it out. I was rambling way too much. This is Dave, Coach Dave, of course, and I'm out, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye.